Hello and welcome to our weekly update and feeding of our onion bin. This bin is doing very well. I'm probably going to keep it going until the first harvest. And then I'll just have it be a regular bin. By now we've already figured out that feeding onions along with other kitchen scraps is not an issue for the worms. So although many consider it a no-no food, it's not a no-no if it is just done in moderation without overfeeding. It is absolutely fine. And all my kitchen scraps go into a bag, and then I freeze it. Look at that. Thaw it out for the worms. And if it has onions in there or it has lemons in there, that's fine, because it has a lot of other things in there as well. These guys are, so this is what worms who are mating look like. So we're going to give him some privacy. And I didn't even have to play any Marvin Gaye. Last week when I did the video, I said that we only started with 50 worms. I got mixed up with my other experiment. This bin was not started with 50 worms. It was started with a larger amount of worms. But still, they did reproduce and their numbers have grown. So I'm very happy with that. It is interesting that this week I'm feeling it a little bit wetter than the previous weeks. Now, I don't know why that is, but just look at all these guys. This is where we fed last week, and they're all up in there. Tons of babies. And all these worms, they look happy and chunky and healthy. So I've been adding onion to my regular bins as well, because I see that it is perfectly okay. Gotta get those babies. Oh my goodness. Come on, guys, get off. Oh, okay. So I'll probably give it a little bit more bedding today. Let me see if I can find a drier spot. Okay, we can go here. Yeah, gotta watch that that moisture level. You don't want to ignore that. If the bin feels slightly more wet than you like, address it right away by giving extra bedding and less food, less kitchen scraps, and that'll take care of it. It'll balance itself out. But last week I also gave less of a feeding because they did have some more onion left over from 2 weeks ago, so I decided not to give them a large feeding. Here's the onion. So this is all, again, this is all in ounces. These are not large quantity of food, because my concern is not to overfeed. And as you can see so far, it's been going well. Where are my eggshells? Here they are. Oops. So we'll bury this. The bedding is going in dry, and it's going to absorb a lot of the moisture from the food as well as from the bin itself. And that's it. These guys are happy and thriving. We'll mark the spot, and we'll leave this bin for another week. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next week.